Morristown more than 48 hours ago. Notice was also posted on the bulletin board at Town Hall, on the town website, and filed with the Office of the Town Clerk of the Town of Morristown. I do further state that I shall enter into the minutes of this meeting a statement that such notice was furnished as particularly described by me in this public announcement. I'm going to go ahead and take roll call. Councilwoman Foster is excused this evening. Councilman Iannicone?
Here.
Councilwoman Lindsay?
Here.
Councilman Silva?
Present.
Councilman Umbriak?
Here.
Councilman Russo?
Here.
And Council President Polipchuk.
Here.
Council President, we have a quorum.
I ask for a moment of silence. All right, and please rise for a pledge of allegiance.
Before we get started, I have one announcement. Resolution R53, 2026, resolution authorizing a strategic plan for the Morris Township Municipal Alliance Grant for the fiscal year 2027 has been added to the agenda. May I please have a motion to add it to the agenda as R53, 2026?
So moved.
Second.
Motion carries. R53, 2026 has been added to the agenda this evening. Tonight, there are 5 items on the consent agenda this evening. May I get a motion to adopt items 1 through 5?
Are we pulling the two separate?
Yes.
Make a motion to approve items 1 and 2.
1 and 2, okay?
Second.
Correct. I'm sorry about that, excuse me. All right, Councilwoman Foster is out tonight. Councilman Iannicone?
Yes.
Councilman Lindsay?
Yes.
Councilman Silva abstains. Councilman
Yes.
Umbriak?
Yes.
Councilman Russo?
Yes.
And Council President Polipchuk.
Yes.
All right, so now can I get a motion to approve items 3 through 5?
Motion to approve items 3 through 5.
Second.
Okay. Councilman Iannicone?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lindsay?
Yes.
Councilman Silva?
Yes.
Councilman Umbriak?
Yes.
Councilman Russo?
Yes.
And Council President Polipchuk.
Yes.
Motion carries.
All right. Make a motion to take the mayor's proclamations and presentations out of order and move it above public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Council President.
This proclamation is about Black History Month, but we're doing it now so we go into the next month with it already in place. And we're very happy that Pastor Lance Mann from Union Baptist has come here to join us. If you'll remember, he also did the invocation at our reorg. So I'd like to read this into the record, even though the public's not out tonight. It's still cold and icy out there, but it is being filmed so the public will be able to see what we're doing here. The origin of Black history began in 1915, a half a century after the 13th Amendment abolishing slavery in the United States, and to coincide with the birthdays of Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass, and grew out of the Negro History Week. It was creation of a noted historian, Carter G. Woodson, and other prominent African Americans. Whereas the Civil Rights Movement has a growing awareness of Black identity, Black History Month, or National African American History Month, evolved to an annual celebration of achievements by Black Americans and a time for recognizing the central role of African Americans in the United States. These accomplishments, and even more remarkable, as they were won at a great cost, with much struggle and sacrifice by men and women in chains and servitude. The contribution of the African Americans from all walks of life and their endeavors to learn and to thrive throughout history and make unforgettable marks in our nation as artists, scientists, educators, business leaders, influential thinkers, members of the faith community, athletes, and political and governmental leaders reflects on the greatness of the United States. Remaining hopeful and confident about the path ahead and a time to acknowledge the courageous fight for rights, liberties, and freedoms for all Americans, Morristown observes and honors Black History Month. Now therefore, I, Timothy P. Doherty, Mayor of the Town of Morristown, do hereby proclaim February 2026 as Black History Month in the Town of Morristown, and I encourage all Morristown community to join in recognizing the tremendous contributions made by African Americans and encourage all residents to honor Black American history and culture. We're honored to present you with this proclamation, and if you would just say a few words to the council and to the public to celebrate this month. Thank you, Pastor, so much.
To Mayor Daugherty, to the distinguished council, and to all of you here, and to the citizens of Morristown. I'm kind of a veteran at accepting these now, so I don't have to, I don't like giving long speeches. I will say this, it's amazingly refreshing to have mayor, council, and administration that are partners with our community, to uplift all of us together. As the old saying, rising tide lifts all boats. And as long as we continue that mindset, then Morristown will continue to be, to not sound preachy, will continue to be a beacon of light to other municipalities in this area, in this region. I am super proud to be serving here in Morristown under this leadership of this mayor, my friend and partner, and to all of this council who has been, each of you, my friend in this administration. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you.
Okay, at this time, I will open the floor for public hearing on any matter. When called upon, please approach the microphone, state your name and address, and limit your comments to 3 minutes or less. Be advised that any derogatory comments targeting members of council and/or administration may be ruled out of order.
Anyone from the public want to speak to the council? All right, seeing none, we'll close the public comment.
Okay, public comment closed.
We'll move on, council response to public comments. Any response? Okay.
It's cold.
It is cold.
It's cold. Same as comments.
Reports of mayor and
Sure.
town officials.
All right. Monday, the 19th, Martin Luther King Day. It was the 56th annual King Celebration Interfaith Breakfast at the Higher Regency, hosted by Martin Luther King Observance Committee, followed by noonday services at Calvary Baptist Church were outstanding. And another great event for honoring Martin Luther King was put on by the Observance Committee, and the service afterwards at the Presbyterian was fabulous, well attended. Wednesday, the 21st, the grand opening of
Las Brisas.
La Brises restaurant, 63 Morris, and we all kind of experienced it. Council members that were there, Nathan and Chris, and who else was there? Anybody else was there? Nope, just those two. Salvadorian food was really good. It really was good. And it's her second restaurant, entrepreneur, woman from Dover. Was good. Food was good. I didn't know they made Salvadorian pizza.
Yeah, that was very good.
Yeah.
Or chicken fried chase. Pupusa
Or chicken
pizza.
fried- And
Pupusa.
pupusa. Yeah, pupusa.
It was very good.
Really, 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 really good. So congratulations to them. Sunday, we had a lovely snowstorm. I want to thank our DPW, our Public Safety, and the Morristown Parking Authority, and LAZ Parking at Headquarters Plaza for opening up the garages to assist with snow removal. It was a tough storm. Turned into a lot of hours of sleet on top of about 12 inches of snow, so it's a big cleanup all week, and now we're getting ready possibly for another storm on this coming weekend. So anything we can do to clean up, it's not easy. We have to continue to get the message out to the public that these garages are open, especially Headquarters Plaza, which can house a lot of garages in some of these side streets, and get these cars off the roads before the storm comes. Everybody's trying to partner to get the roads clear. It's still messy out there. We're working with the county. Our DPW is out there now working right now. So thank you to our superintendent, Joe Curlo, for getting his crews going, and our property maintenance is out there issuing tickets and warnings to people if they don't clear their sidewalks. And I want this, for now, this is the law. If your business in the Central Business District is adjacent to a crosswalk, it is your responsibility to clear that crosswalk so people can get across the street. Now, we understand that the state constantly plows the crosswalks in after you clear them. So we're going to try to work with the partnership, she's not here tonight. Jen's not here tonight, but we're going to try to work with the business administrator, with the partnership, with the businesses to try to make sure our crosswalks are clear. Was getting some complaints, and some of those businesses did reach back out to me to say that they had cleared them already, and the state pushed them all back in. And it's tough, because that stuff gets hard. It's 4 feet. So we got to try to figure that out, so we don't have to continue to deal with that. We haven't had a storm like this in a while. So, you know, that's what's going on. Thursday, we have a ribbon cutting at Indoor Golf Club at 48 Bank Street. That's at 1 o'clock. That's off the green, right down Bank on the left-hand side, right past Be Well. Sunday, February 1st, Glenbrook Brewery at 2 p.m. is doing their 5th annual chili cook-off. I'm one of the judges. It's a lot of fun. If you like chili, and I like chili, and there is some funky chili that you get to experience. Wednesday, the 28th, noon, Morristown Onstage tickets go on sale. Buy the tickets for the February 24th show at Mayo Arts, because that's a well-attended show. So remember, it's Morristown Onstage tickets. They go on sale for the February. That's January 28th. They go on sale Wednesday, which is tomorrow. February 24th is the show. Like I said, we're going to continue to work on cleanup. I got everybody together today, from the fire department to the police department, DPW, property maintenance, the administration, working in concert to try to get this town as cleaned up as we can prior to the next storm coming in. So everybody's just got to pitch in, and it's cold. It's going to be single digits. Everything freezes. It's tough. But I end on this. Most of you already know that John Cryan passed away. John was a councilman in Morristown. When I left in 2005, he won the at-large seat and passed away a few days ago at the age of 52. John was a good guy, and they used to call him a gentle giant. He was a real Irish. His Cryan family's been around a long time, and they still are around. Between Jamie and Chuck and all the relatives, and his Senator Joe Cryan, his cousin. So John passed away, and will be missed and not forgotten in Morristown. He served as a councilman, and so those who served with him, I don't think anybody on this council served with him, but he will be missed. So our thoughts and prayers and sympathies are out to the Cryan family. I just wanted to publicly mention that because he was a friend, and used to sit on my front porch with former town attorney many and many afternoons talking about politics and the town, and how he got involved and won that council seat. So he will be missed. So our thoughts are out for the Cryan family and for John. That's all I have, Council President.
Thank you, Mayor. We have the check and wire disbursements for information purposes. We'll move on to council liaison reports. Ms. Lindsay.
I don't have anything today.
Mr. Umbriak.
Yes, sir. I have a report from the partnership. So at our last meeting, which was the day after our last council meeting, they had their reorg and they did their officer election. So Ryan Dawson was once again elected as president of the board, Jeff Rodding, the vice president, John Walsh, the treasurer, and Michelle Monge, secretary. So another upcoming community event, I don't think the mayor mentioned, was on February 1st. That's a Sunday, this coming Sunday, at 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. the Morris County 250 in celebration of the 250 years. Morristown in Lego will be taking place at the Hyatt. So build our history brick by brick using 100,000 Lego blocks. So registration is required. So check that out if you're available. Unfortunately, I'm not, but I know my kids would love that because 100,000 Legos is pretty close to what I've been stepping on around my house for the last several years. So it should be a great event, so check it out. It's on the Morristown Partnerships website. Thank you.
Cool, thank you. Mr. Russo?
Quiet planning board meeting this month, and as of right now, I don't know if there's anything on the schedule for February yet, but we'll find out. So pretty quiet on the planning board for now.
Thank you. All right, move on to regular business. Oh, I'm sorry.
Morris Parking Authority.
Sorry, Morris Park
Yes,
Authority.
Town Parking Authority, who played a very good role on the storm. That was excellent help. The board meeting was on January 14th. They met for the reorganization and regular meeting. They had the election of officers. Commissioner Tide submitted his resignation from MPA on Monday, so I believe that there will be a vacancy there. Carol Lloyd, chairperson, Lucille Napik, vice chair, Christopher Leon Garibian, treasurer, Clis Kurt, secretary, and the vacant for assistant secretary, treasurer. And Bank Restoration Project, in response to a request for bids for repair and preventive maintenance, phase 2 at Ann Bank Garage, Snell Contracting Limited LCC was determined to be the lowest bid possible and responsive, and was awarded the contract. The Heart Restoration, the MPA issued a request for bids for the Heart Restoration and Preventive Maintenance Project. That's all. The next meeting will be February 18 at 6 p.m.
Thank you, Mr. Stoll. All right, Ms. Morales?
Yep. Moving on to regular business. This evening, we have no ordinances for introduction, and we will move on to ordinances for adoption. We have 2 ordinances for public hearing and adoption this evening. First one is ordinance number O-01-2026, ordinance amending and supplementing the code of the Town of Morristown, Chapter 7, Traffic, Section 7-40.2, handicap parking on streets for private residences to amend the placard number assigned to dedicated parking space for resident of 7 Henry Street.
I'll make a motion to approve ordinance O-01-2026.
Second.
Okay, at this time, I will open the floor for public hearing on ordinance O-1-2026. Okay, now close public hearing. Any comments or questions from council on the adoption of ordinance O-1-2026? Councilman Ianicome?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lindsay?
Yes.
Councilman Silva?
Yes.
Councilman Umbreak?
Yes.
Councilman Russo?
Yes.
And Council President Polachuk.
Yes.
Okay, ordinance O-1-2026 is adopted. Ordinance number O-2-2026, ordinance amending and supplementing the code of the Town of Morristown, Chapter 7 Traffic, Section 7-40.2, handicap parking on streets for private residences to amend the placard number assigned to dedicated parking space for resident of Hill Street.
Make a motion to approve ordinance O-02-2026.
Second.
At this time, I will open the floor for public hearing on ordinance O-2-2026. I will close the public hearing. Any comments or questions from council on the adoption of ordinance O-2-2026? Councilman Ianicome?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lindsay?
Yes.
Councilman Silva?
Yes.
Councilman Umbreak?
Yes.
Councilman Russo?
Yes.
And Council President Polachuk.
Yes.
Ordinance O-2-2026 is adopted. And we have 7 resolutions this evening for adoption on the agenda. Would any member of council like to pull for separate consideration?
Yeah.
Council President, if I may, can I make a recommendation to table R 49-2026 this evening? If I can just explain.
Sure, please.
Sure. Previously, we had gone out for bids for a 5-year contract for solid waste and recycling collection. We received 2 bids. At roughly 5 to 5 this evening, we received a letter from an attorney representing the unsuccessful bidder, essentially making what's called a bid protest. It is our obligation now to review the contents of that letter and respond. I expect that will only take until our next meeting, at which time we can vote in either direction for one of the two bidders. So at this point, I'd ask that the council just table this matter until our next meeting.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Michello. I make a motion to table resolution R49-2026.
Second.
Would you do roll call to table?
Do we need a roll call, or can we?
Voice vote will be fine.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
I would like to ask for a motion to adopt resolutions 47, 48, 50, 51, 52, and 53, which was added.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. On the adoption of resolutions 47, 48, 50, 51, 52, and 53, Councilman Iannicone,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lindsay,
Yes.
Councilman Silva,
Yes.
Councilman Umbreak,
Yes.
Councilman Russo.
Yes.
And Council President Philipchuk.
Yes. All right, we have no unfinished old business, we have no new business, and I'll make a motion.
Quick question, Council President. Can I wanted like to direct a question to Councilman Umbreak?
Sure.
When's the next partnership meeting?
It'll be the Wednesday after the first meeting in February.
Okay.
You need a specific date? February 11th? This is the guy with the dates.
I thought it was tomorrow, we could talk about the crosswalks. Maybe as the liaison, I know Jillian will be reaching out to the partnership, that maybe she can have a meeting with her board. Although the law, or the way it's supposed to work, is the adjacent properties clean out all these crosswalks. There are so many crosswalks in our business district. The DPW, we do not have enough manpower to deal with everything we're dealing with on our streets and side streets and all those to worry about the central business district. We have to come up with a solution, because we've run into this before. I just don't have the manpower.
Okay.
And we need the partnership to help us figure this out. So if you could start, Jillian's going to reach out too, but as a liaison to the
Yep.
council, it would be appropriate for him to start that ball rolling too. I mean, it's not going to work, them saying it's not our concern.
Right.
Because I've gotten complaints that people cannot get across the street, and you can't jump over those mounds.
No.
They're too big. And the second thing is parking authority. Tough to get to the meters. So people pull up but can't get to the meters because
There's no path through.
there's no
yeah.
path, there's no way to get to them. So I don't know what the process would be with ticketing from the parking authority. So if you could have that conversation with Nicole, the executive director, that until, I don't know what their process is. So I think it's got to, everybody's, what was
Yeah,
that?
you can, certain areas throughout the town, you can use an app to pay for parking, which I generally do instead of, you
just look at the number, you pay by phone.
you can do that.
So begs a legal question.
Okay.
Those meters take money. I don't have the app. I can't get to the meter. What is the legal position on that?
Because
Is that a defense?
there are some people that are not savvy on technology.
I would believe that if you were issued a ticket, that would be valid.
That's true, too.
Yeah, so that would be a valid defense, not having the app.
Yes.
So that's not gonna work.
Yeah.
So everybody who's got a part in the downtown we have to figure this out, as Pastor Mann talked about, as the community, right? I mean, the fire department's out there, I saw them digging out every
Fire hydrant.
hydrant in the town.
I can
So-
name one that they did it,
Yup,
because I did it.
Yeah, I'll
Did
tell
you?
you, in my neighborhood, the neighbors do it. And they know,
and that's great.
yeah, and then,
Is it-
and
Yeah.
people actually walk around checking it too. I
Who's
think
responsible for that?
it's-
Property.
if
Is
it's
it the
in front of your
neighbor?
house, my understanding is if it's in front of your house, it's your job.
Yes, we do ask residents who have hydrants in front of their homes to please clear that when they're clearing the snow.
Yeah.
It benefits everyone if there,
Oh,
God
yeah.
forbid, there's a fire, you want the hydrant to be clear for the firefighters when they
Yeah.
get there.
Yeah, and DPW is constantly dealing with, they plow the streets and everybody clears their driveways and they push it out into the middle of the street. It's a problem.
And-
It's also a problem, I don't know if you went down McCullough, but there's a bucket truck right there right now, not a, what do you call it,
Cherry picker?
backhoe with a container, front end loader dumping a giant pile of snow that they pushed all from the townhouse complex on Maple. We have one lane on McCullough. They completely took a whole lane that was 15 feet tall, right? Mike, it was, Chief, it was like huge. So they're actually out there doing that right now. So that phone call, I guess, made, you know, at least got their attention.
He called back, his pocket car, his dump truck broke down.
Okay.
He should have notified us when it happened.
Yeah, but we're running into that problem with other businesses. So if you see businesses that are taking their snow from the parking lot and pushing it onto our streets, or even the state roads, you need to notify us. And I've told property maintenance to take pictures and write down the businesses that you see them pushing the snow out, because it's not allowed. It's just not, you have a big parking lot, it's private, you gotta take care of your snow. You know, either haul it away or pile it in a corner of your property. That's all I got. You got anything?
Applies to residential. That actually probably applies to residential neighborhoods too.
It does.
I'll give you an example. We
Everybody.
talked to 2 people cleaning driveways out in our neighborhood because they were just pushing it out on the street, piling it up, as opposed to doing what you're saying, is push it aside on the lawns.
Yeah.
You know?
Or right on the curb, you know, the sidewalk, the space between the sidewalk and the street.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to delay this so you don't get the record.
Yeah, I noticed.
No,
We got 3 minutes
Tony
delayed.
Tony Catano, I think, still owns the record. What's the record? Oh, it's like 18 minutes.
Yeah,
It's
Toshiba
like-
was
Yeah.
Toshiba was
22
like
22 minutes.
22 minutes, and I think Tony was 18.
We're at 28 now.
Yeah.
we're
So-
fine.
All right, that's enough, okay. But y'all get what we're dealing with, so another storm's coming, so pay attention.
The only thing I can say at this point is I love condo life at this point.
Yeah.
Very easy.
Yeah, there were a lot of cars that are still snowed in. And I've seen a lot of people on Franklin Street, particularly, they're throwing all the snow into the middle of the street. So then the street like freezes over, and
Right.
there's a lot of streets in town at the top of Abbott and MLK. Instead of it being 2 lanes, it's 1 lane because half of the lane is filled with snow and cars and.
And like I said, we're out there with our big snow, what do you call that, a snow blower, that giant?
Big giant snow
Giant
blower.
snow blower. We're starting the central business district. As soon as we get the main streets done, we're gonna start hitting the side streets, the tougher ones first. Whether it's Speedwell Place, we talked Orchard, all those streets, so we're gonna be on them.
Yeah, I had a conversation with Barrick right before the meeting too, so, yeah, I had a few neighbors already reach out.
Yeah?
So,
Question
thank
for
you.
Jillian. If cars are covered in snow for an extended period of time, can they be considered abandoned?
That's a question for the chief.
There's cars like on Ford Avenue, there's cars on Hill
The
Street.
2 cars on Ford Avenue, we actually had a conversation about
Okay.
that today, and they're already,
Okay, yeah. They've been there for like quite some time.
yes.
Okay,
Yes,
thank you,
they are addressing those,
thank you.
especially on the snow emergency routes.
Yeah.
Welcome to winter. We haven't had one,
Yeah.
cold winter in a
I'll
while.
get another one.
It's gonna be very cold this week, so, you know, be prepared. That's it. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you.
All right, motion to adjourn.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
All right.
7:59.